Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn Langcgraph. Okay, before that I want to summarize what we went through last session. We defined an agent. Like we said, LLM alone basically just takes an input and generates output. Simple Gen AI, right? This is then we said that LLM plus tool is what we call an agent. LLM decides when to call external tools. Okay, and yeah, this is an example that we gave, and we have used this. We've learned about UV. It's a package manager, famous package manager. It's very powerful. We learn how to initialize, create virtual environment, how to initialize projects, how to activate, and how to install packages from the requirement, or how to do it individually, right? And we have also learned how to create an agent. Basically, we said that there is a way to do it using this one, create an agent, okay, and how to define a tool like this, and more. Also, there are three ways of integration the model. We said we can use init chat model, or we can use model specific commands like this one, chat OpenAI, chat and Grok, something like this, provider specific, right? So we preferred this one, and we've said the difference between stream and batch. We said streaming is basically token appears as generated. So yeah, so basically you said write 200 word paragraph on AI. Okay, so it will show you, display the results even if it didn't complete 200 words yet. Like for example, it will display the first paragraph. Let's say it's 50 words. It will display that, and then when it finishes the other 50, it will display down. Like it will display immediately. That's streaming. Token appear as generated. Batching is parallel requests. It's a way of making multiple requests at the same time. Okay, and we said we've talked about the message types. We have different types of message. We have system message, human message, and AI message, and tool message, right? System message, we know that's instruction to LLM. Human message is user input, the user provided input. AI message is the response from the LLM. Tool message is the output from tool execution. And we've learned about structured output with Pydantic. And Pydantic is like Zod in JavaScript or TypeScript. Like it's used to define the type of those fields. For example, you have to import base model and field, and then you can use this command like with structure output, for example, and it will display the results in a structured output way, like this one basically. And middleware is actually new in V1. It's hooks that run before and after agent execution. Okay, for logging, it's used for logging, debugging, prompt transformation, retries, fallback, rate limiting, P11 detection, basically. So this is an example of middleware. We said they have a built-in summarization middleware. For example, here you choose the model, you put the trigger. It can be the message, for example, or tokens, and the limit summarize after 10 messages, basically. Keep recent, keep the last 4 messages, something like this. And we have human and loop middleware like this. You can add middleware here. Say interrupt on send email tool through pause before sending an email. Allow decision, approve, reject, or edit. So this will allow the human to get feedback from human before performing an action. This is the way. And now we will learn about Langcgraph. Langcgraph is actually very powerful. Okay, it's the best tool available right now to build advanced agentic AI agents, basically. Okay, so 3 concepts that we need to understand. State, this is a shared data access all nodes. Okay, so this is like a memory, like a state, like shared data across accessible to all nodes. This is like if you've used React and you know the stand or context API like this. It has something, you define it, and all you can access it from all any component. Basically this is the same idea, the concept is the same, the idea is the same of the state. Okay, it's a shared data access all nodes. So nodes are functions that process state. Okay, so all the nodes can access the states. Basically it stores the information, all the information is stored in states. Edge defines flow between nodes. Edge is the arrows, the flow between nodes. It's used to define, like for example, finish this node, after that go to this node, after that go to this. Is basically the edge. That's the it's the direction, it displays the direction. This is an example of a chatbot with state graph. Okay, so basically if you can see here, it's saying for okay, so what it's doing is basically, you see this one, okay, from typing import unrelated list, okay, from typing extension import type dictionary. Okay, type dict is actually similar with Pydantic. So from Langgraph, lang.graph, this is what we are, this is new. Okay, we are importing the state graph start and end. We have to do this. Okay, and here we define the state. This is very important. You class state, type dict, messages. It can be more. Okay, this is a message, and so then we define the node. Let's say we have a node here, chatbot. Okay, this is the state. See, this node accesses the state. You add it here, and the return message. Okay, LLM invoke state message. You see, this is the it's taking the message from the state. Okay, and okay, and whenever this is updated, this is appended. It's not replaced. The old message is not replaced, because this is always appended, not replaced. It uses a concept called reducer here. Okay, then what it will do is basically build a graph here. We will define this one, state graph state, graph builder add node, chatbot. Okay, we're just defining the node here, and graph builder add edge start to chatbot, then chatbot to end. Okay, then graph builder dot compile, then response graph invoke message user hi. So basically this is like this. Let me show you in the diagram. Excalibur. Let me just remove this one. Basically this is it. We have one here, and we have one here, and we have one here, right? So here obviously it's going to be start, right? Hence yeah, and the next here it's going to be the chatbot, because that's the node, right? Our node is chatbot, and we have here the end at the bottom. It can be more, but in our application this is what we're using, right? And we'll put arrows here. This is what we call the edge, because they are defining the flow, right? This is the edge. The arrow is basically edges. Okay, and these ones are nodes. Okay. So now basically what we are doing is, basically what we are saying here is, okay, to this graph, this graph is basically like this. So we're defining the chatbot node, okay, the state, and this is actually a very small example. Okay, so we'll have a look at another example here, chatbot with tools, conditional edges. Okay, so this one we can use this command from Langgraph pre-built. Import tool node, tools condition. Okay, this binds the tool with LLM with tools, LLM bind tool, web search, and multiply. This is the we've talked about it in the previous session. Langchain is similar. Basically, the idea is similar here, and this is it. LLM with tools, state, message. Okay, this is a function. This is a node that's responsible for calling a tool that's calling LLM basically. Okay, then we're going to add nodes here. Okay, tool calling LLM, and we're going to say this one, and we're going to define tools. This is for tool node. Okay, and web search or multiply. Okay, and then we have start, tool calling LLM. This is the edge. The edge is just displaying the flow. Okay, when you reach the tool calling LLM, let me show you how it looks like. This one. This is going to be tool calling LLM. Tool calling LLM. Calling LLM. This one basically. See where we're saying start. This is the first position. Then tool calling LLM. This is the one. And then we have add conditional logic. Conditional logic is basically what we are saying here is this is the tool calling LLM. Okay, this is where we are right now. Okay, currently, and this is the tools conditions. Tool condition. This is a router basically. Okay, a router just tells you routes to tools or end. It's just a router basically. Okay, you will put it. It's used to route. It will either route to tools or end. So it has end here, right? And we'll add another one here. I'll mention here this one is going to be tools. Okay. Okay, this is basically either it's going to go to tools or it's going to go to end. Okay, and we have builder add edges here, tool end. Okay, again, if it goes to tools, even it can go to end. Okay, so this is basically how it looks like. That's the idea of this one. This is what we mean. Okay, so adding memory to persistence. I'm adding memory. Basically, we can add memory. Langcgraph checkpoint memory, import memory saver. Memory equals to memory saver, graph builder to compile, checkpoint equals to memory. So this is just how to add memories, and this is streaming. This is the same like but this is different from Langchain because we have different modes. We have mode update and we have values. Update only shows the changes, that's it, and values shows full state after each step. Okay, so this is the difference. So when we are streaming, we can keep in mind this one. Values shows full state after each step, while this only updates mode updates. This is the streaming. And React agent, we have this is the React agent means basically reason, R for reason, and act for loop. Okay, user query. Okay, then LLM, then tool call, then tool output, then LLM, repeat, final answer. So reason, LLM decides which tool to call. Act, tool executes. Observe, LLM analyze tool output. Loop continues until query is fully answered. Okay, that's it. Okay, I don't want to go through RAG because I already went through it in my previous course, but we will dedicate one more video for this. Okay, for this actually deep agents, vectorless, all this concepts. Okay, they're a little bit advanced, and we will go through it when we on our last video basically. Okay, but this is basically the key point that we need to understand is actually the three points here. We have state, which is used to store the state, and node, which is basically functions, and edges, which is used to decide the flow. So now let us actually go ahead and do some let me try to do something here, an application, okay, from scratch, and using Langcgraph, just so we can understand how it will work. Okay, so this is what I will build. Okay, I want to build something like this. Okay, we have a start here, start, okay, and we have start, and we have here planner, okay, and we have here copy, paste, and we will have here search node. This is supposed to search the internet actually, okay, and we will have here after searching the internet, it's supposed to get the text and put, and I'm going to have a summarizer node, okay, you see we have start, planner, search, summarizer node, okay, and then we will add one more here. After summarizer, we're going to have reviewer node. It's going to check the summarized text. If it is greater than 50 or something, the length, it's going to go against search node, because we will set a limit here, okay, and it will be approved or rejected. And and I will add one more here. I will add here reviewer, but this time it's a router, okay, it's not going to be just something, just yeah, this is a router, okay, it's going to route, okay, and last is going to be the end, right, the edge, the end, yes. So basically we are going to do this. So let's go here, after the reviewer, it's actually going to go to the reviewer router, and yeah, it has to go through the reviewer, then end, right? And if it is only approved, it will go to end, okay, if it is approved, if approved, it will go to end, okay, if approved is true, sorry, if approved is true, if not, else, if not, it's going to go back, actually, it's going to go back to the search node, not from end. Actually, you're supposed to put this one from 1 second, cut this one, not from here. We're supposed to do it from the reviewer, actually. If approved, it's going to do here, okay, and 1 second, if it's not approved, it's going to go back, basically. It's going to go back to the search node to find something else, to find better text. If approved is false. Go back to the search node. Okay, the reviewer node, basically what it will check, it's just going to check the length is greater than 50. Length is greater than 50, then it's going to go up, basically search. If it is less than 50, it's going to be approved, and it's going to go to the end. This is the plan, actually. This is a good concept. Here I'm going to use Tably search, so it can search the internet. So we will try to implement the tools. Okay, try to call tools, and we'll try to we'll use GPT-4 for this. It's a full application. Okay, and we will refer to the docs